Hello everyone, and today we're doing a pick a card reading focused on love. It's just a general love reading. So I already have communed with spirit, shuffled the decks, I've chosen the cards. So this is card pile 1, Muse Tarot, Starseed Oracle, and a bit of Druzy Quartz here. Card pile number 2 is the Light Seers Tarot with the Enchanted Map Oracle and a bit of agates. And then I've got the Tarot of the Hidden Realm with the Spirit Animal Oracle. And I believe this is also agate, but it's kind of nice and smoky and I like it. So anyway, choose whichever pile speaks to you most. And just remember that this is general. Even if you're single in a relationship, there may be things that I say that don't apply to you. Like if you're in a relationship and I mentioned looking for love, like just take it as it resonates. Leave whatever doesn't at the door for someone else. And yeah, see you in a minute to start card pile 1. Okay, card pile 1. We're going to start with the Oracle just because I believe that's one of the most direct ways that Spirit can talk. They're a little more focused, might you say, like tarot cards have a little bit of interpretation. So this way, I think, we'll give you just the base message, which is you are not alone. Now, it also says isolation, physical connection, and community, and we're going to go just a little bit deeper into that with the tarot. So what do we have here? 5 of emotions. We've got strength and 4 of voices. So this is the Muse Tarot. The suits are a little different than normal. Emotions are cups. Voices would be swords. So what I'm seeing here, I'm going to be honest, it doesn't feel great. And I'm very sorry. But this kind of feels like an affirmation to you. 5 of emotions kind of says there's a little bit of wallowing going on. Maybe there's a little bit of guilt or resentment or just kind of general depression, I feel. And 4 of Swords tells you, 4 of Voices, sorry, kind of tells you need to take a break. Don't be so hard on yourself. Strength is kind of saying, like, you're enough. You're good enough. You can do anything you set your mind to. And when it comes to love, I feel like this is saying to remember you're not alone. Even if you feel alone, even if you're single and you've been looking and no luck, it's gonna be okay. If you're in a relationship and you're just feeling lonely, you're not alone. I will say there is an energy in this that I'm picking up that is maybe not so great for someone who's in a relationship. It almost feels like it says isolation here, right? So if there's any sort of, I guess I want to say emotional abuse, get away. Just don't let them separate you. Sorry, I knocked the camera there. Don't let them separate you from those who love you, those that you love. Don't let them isolate you from everything. Don't let them make you dependent on them. And if they already have, I'm hoping this is kind of a warning or just an eye-opening moment where you deserve better and you can have better. You have the courage, you have the strength to leave, to get away, to do whatever you need. You can heal from this. You can take a break. You can do whatever you need. But just don't continue letting that person make you feel less than, because you're not. You're absolutely not. Strength is such a beautiful card, especially in this deck. Like, she's riding the lion. She's tamed it, right? She's gone up there, and even if my camera would focus, you can see there's a bit of kind of like a leash. It's kind of in an infinity symbol, but it's connected to the lion. She doesn't own it per se, but she can lead it. They go places together. So don't let your emotions get the better of you. If you are feeling alone, you're not. If you are currently single and you're looking, it might be time to take a step back. Maybe you're putting too much focus on getting in a relationship. Maybe you're putting too much focus on being with someone. It's kind of like, have you treated yourself lately? Are you happy being alone? Like, are you happy with yourself? Like, look at her. She's living it up. She's got rose petals in there. She's soaking, and she knows what's what. She's happy with herself. She's happy in her own company. And I think if you're feeling like you just have to get in a relationship, you're sick of being single, just make sure you're okay in your own company. Make sure you're happy with you, because we should all be happy with ourselves. And if you go into a relationship not being happy with who you are, I hate to say it, but it's destined to fail. So I really think maybe you should just take a step back, confront your emotions, confront whatever it is that's making you feel less than. Confront whatever it is, if it's like a self-image or just personality, whatever you think might be wrong with you, there's nothing wrong with you, okay? And if you ever doubt that, there are people who are willing to help you see otherwise. You do have people, anyone, even if you think you have no one, I'm telling you, you are enough, okay? You're not alone. Find someone. It doesn't have to be a person that you're going to spend the rest of your life with. Maybe it's just a friend. Maybe that's all you want. Maybe you think you want a relationship, but all you really need is someone to talk to. Like, find that person. They're out there. Yeah, that's what I have for you, card number 1. I hope this helped in some way. I really wish it were a little bit of a happier message, especially in a first video. But yeah, I really hope that helped. And just to clarify too, anyone feeling less than, look at the outside of this geode. It looks like crap, right? It's nothing. And then you crack it open and it's purple and it's yellow and it's just shiny and gorgeous. That's you. You may think you're this. You're actually this. Okay? Thank you very much, card number 1. I hope this helped. Hello there, card number 2. I'm just going to jump right into this with the Oracle card. It's more of a direct message, and I feel kind of sets the tone for the overall tarot. The card you get here is intention. And you can see, just show you the image. Just going to jump right into the tarot. I think once I get into the cards, the meaning of this card will kind of elaborate a little bit. Okay. We have the 3 of Swords. We have the 7 of Swords, the 9 of Cups, and the 8 of Pentacles. What are you working for? What do you want? What have you set your sights on? What is your intention? Either whether you're searching or in this relationship, what are you actually after? Because there's a little bit of a deceptive energy here. There's secrets. Either you're not telling someone how you feel, how they're making you feel, and you're just kind of just putting on a face like, if I just work on this, it's going to be okay. If I just work on this, things will get better. What's your end game? What's your end goal? Okay, this is 9 of Cups is everything you want, right? It's satisfaction, it's wishes coming true, it's a gift from the universe. What are you after? Like, I think that's a real question you need to ask yourself. What are your intentions? If you're single and looking to get into a relationship, be honest with yourself. Why? Why do you need to be in a relationship? Why do you want to be in a relationship? What do you think is going to come out of it? Like, do you think it's going to be everything you want? Do you want to put in the work that comes with a relationship, or you just want to take advantage, right? And if you're currently in a relationship with someone, and you're hiding something, excuse me, realize that this is not going to end well. This is going to hurt, and it's not just going to hurt the other person, it's going to hurt you as well. Like, this girl is in agony, right? I think there's something you got to be honest about yourself with. And as well, if you're keeping things and hiding things and you think that you're just going to work on it and it's all going to be okay, it might be, but it might not. I think there's a sense here that there needs to be communication. Either you need to talk to yourself about your motives and what your intentions are and why you're doing what you're doing, or you need to talk with this other person about how they're making you feel or how you're making them feel. Maybe you're the one causing pain. Maybe you're keeping something, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a bad secret either. Maybe you are in a relationship and you want to propose, but you're sneaking around and your significant other doesn't realize. Maybe you're looking for a ring. Maybe you're old-fashioned and you want permission, right? I think there needs to be an honest conversation here. And I think if it happens, I think it's going to be good. I think your outcome might be what you're hoping for. I hesitate to say it will be just because of this Three of Swords. The Seven of Swords being in between both, it kind of tells me it can go either way. Whatever's being kept from whoever, it's either good or it's either not good. But a conversation needs to happen. Now, that's not to say that if you're in a relationship that things aren't going to work out. It could be that you both decide that you're going to put in the work, and not just a little bit of work either. You're going to like bust your ass, because like there's all the cycles here. That's around the clock, right? That's going all in. This is all of your effort for what you want. So yeah, there definitely needs to be a conversation. There's something going on. There's something not quite right. But when it comes to intention, you got to be honest. Even if it's not with another person, even if it's with yourself. If you're single and you have this conversation with yourself, like, what am I actually after? What am I looking for? Am I looking for validation through another person? Because that's a dodgy road to go down, right? When you ask other people to validate you, you set yourself up. And it could be good, but it could be also massively disappointing. The only people we should be taking validation from is ourselves. Because if we're not happy with ourselves, how can we be happy with another person? And you can't expect someone else to fix you either. So if you're going in thinking, oh, well, gosh, being in a relationship is just going to solve everything. No, it really doesn't work like that. It would be great if it did, wouldn't it? No one would ever be lonely again, but it doesn't work that way. So if you're single and you're looking, be honest with yourself. Are you ready? Do you need to put in some work on yourself before you can commit to another person? And like, maybe you are single, maybe you're interested, or maybe someone's interested in you and you're not sure. Maybe this is why you're not sure. Do you need to work on you, or do you think they need to work on themselves? There's some kind of red flag popping up here. Someone in this relationship or potential relationship is picking up on it. You got to talk about it. You got to get things all out in the open. But just remember, like I said, the way this is set up, this can go either way. This can end in heartbreak, or it could end up being your wildest dreams. If it does end in heartbreak, it's not the end of the world. Remember that. What's meant for you will never pass you by. The universe grants you what you need in the time that you need it. Okay, so remember that. And I also want to point out too, with this geode that I've chosen, it's a little two-faced, right? There's this side here, looks perfectly fine. It's smooth, it's polished, it's beautiful. And then there's this side. Same thing, smooth, polished, beautiful. But then there's Just a little something hidden in there. I mean, in this case, it's a beautiful something. It shines, it sparkles, it's wonderful. But there could also be, there's a little darkness, depending on however you tip it in the light. There's something there. And you need to come clean. They need to come clean. You need to talk. Same with card 1. I wish this were a better message. I wish it were a little happier, but I'm not going to sugarcoat tarot. That's not what I do. And that's not who I am as a person, even outside of tarot. So I hope this helped. I hope this resonated. Best of luck to you. I wish you all the best. Thank you, card 2. Hello, card 3. Welcome to your reading. I'm just going to jump right in here. I'm going to start with the Oracle card because I believe that sets the focus and the overall tone for what the reading is. Do you get Chameleon Spirit? Act as if. Now, I'm really hoping I'm picking up an energy, and I wish I didn't, because the first 2 readings weren't necessarily the best either, and I feel like it's kind of carried on in a slightly similar way. Are you just acting that things are okay, or have you changed yourself for a person or a relationship? This feels like something to address, but we're going to dive into the tarot. We're going to elaborate on that energy. Okay. So you've got 9 of Swords, 9 of Wands, sorry, and the 5 of Cups. I'm not going to lie, this isn't the greatest energy I've ever read. In fact, it's not something I really like feeling right now, but it's definitely a message that needs to be heard. There's a lot of negative emotion coming out through this, especially with the 5 of Cups. It's right there. It's coming. It's going to sweep you. If it hasn't already, it's just going to sweep you off. And it's kind of just like you're tired. You're just tired. If you're single, maybe you're just tired of looking. Maybe you're tired of the dating game. Maybe you're tired of all the apps, because trust me, I've been there. And I get it. Maybe you've just had experiences lately where you're poised to run. You're poised to go. You just don't. You can't trust. And that might be a hindrance to you, especially if you're looking. Because if you can't let someone in, you can't let them love you the way that you deserve to be loved. And you don't want a relationship to just be one-sided. You don't want to be the one pouring yourself into it. You don't want to be the only one sharing the load. And it's not even sharing because you're bearing it, right? So that's kind of what I'm feeling. And it's weighing you down. It just doesn't, yeah, maybe kind of feeling there's been an experience lately that's just kind of shifted your perspective on things, and you need to take a step back. It's kind of just like, maybe you had a date, maybe it was a first date, maybe it was a blind date. Maybe you thought it was going well. Maybe you thought they were perfect, they were beautiful, they were exactly what you wanted, but it turned out they were just putting on a show. They just had a face, right? That wasn't their own. That's kind of what that's feeling like. Oh, I'm so sorry if that's true. That's no fun. It's heartbreaking too, because you put yourself into it. You put yourself best foot forward. This was going to be it. Oh, I'm so sorry. If that is the case, take a break. It doesn't have to be long. Even just if you stop reading or answering messages for even a couple weeks, just take care of yourself, because 9 of Wands, it's a guard. I keep hitting the camera, sorry. It's having your guards up. It's fighting. It's pushing all the time, right? And what does it lead to? Just the 10 of Wands, which is a burden. Just backbreaking and, oh, take a step back. Find what color you truly are and flaunt it, right? Don't just blend in, stand out. Make yourself stand out, and don't settle for anything less than what you deserve. If someone is pushing these boundaries that you've set up, don't let them. Hold to them. Now, at the same time, don't let all of your past hurt and heartache keep you from finding what it is that you want. Don't sink into it. Don't be overtaken by it. Like, obviously, this is a strong wave. It's gonna wash right over her, but you don't have to let yourself go under. And even though you've put up these walls and you're ready, I'm kind of gonna, you know what I just heard in my head? Give me a reason. Any reason, just give me a reason. That's where you're at right now. And that's not healthy. It's really not. It being on edge like that for so long, it doesn't. 9 of Swords leads to the 10 of Swords. That's what it leads to. And it's mostly all in your head. You're letting past experiences keep you from love, essentially, from whatever makes you happy. There might be someone perfectly nice, but you're just like, no, I've been hurt one too many times. I don't trust anyone. You need to work for it. Well, you got to meet people halfway. You can't just be hiding behind this tree. You can't just be saying, give me a reason. Give me a reason to drop you. Give me a reason to drop the load. What's that going to do? It's going to hurt you. And you don't want to hurt anymore because there's enough of that here for sure. So, yeah, take a look at that. See where that's coming from. Talk to someone about it, whether it be your mom, your dad, a therapist, a friend, someone you trust, right? If hopefully there is someone you trust. But when it comes to love, don't let all the past hurt and just the exhaustion, the utter exhaustion that is dating, don't let it harden you too much that you just make it worse on yourself. Don't put on this mask that you're some kind of hard ass and you don't trust anyone. No one's ever gonna win you over unless they don't prove it constantly. I mean, because look at that. Look at that. There's holes in the skin there. So like all you're doing is putting on this tough face, but it's not just tough, it's overly tough. It's like someone looks at you wrong, you're done. You can't be doing that, not when you're dating. And if you are acting like that, you probably, you're going to hate me for saying this, but you probably shouldn't be dating anyway. You should be going inside, taking a hard look at yourself and figuring it out. What's hurt you and how can you heal it? Okay, so if you're card 3 and you're single and you're looking, you're dating, and that's you, that's your homework. Talk to yourself, be honest with yourself, look in, take a break, and figure out if you're just not trusting or if you're just tired and you need a break. Because I've been there. It can get exhausting. It just message after message and just people put on this great face at first and then suddenly they're just like a completely different person. I've been there. So if that's you, take a break. Be honest with yourself. Take care of yourself because you come first. You do. If you're not happy, you can't be happy with someone else. That's just how it is. Now, if you're in a relationship, if you're married, if you're committed, if you're living with someone, this feels a little different. And I hate to be the one to even bring this message, but it is something that Spirit wanted me to share. Someone needs to hear this. And at the end of it all, I hope you're safe. I'm just going to say that much because I feel like this is not a healthy relationship. This feels one-sided. This feels like it's all one person This doesn't feel like, and that's the thing, if you're in a committed relationship, both energies should be coming through when you're reading for it. This just feels like one. And that's not a good relationship. You want both people coming into this equally, but there is a lot of hurt. There is just so much. You've got high walls, and it almost feels like you set a wall up so high to try and block the negative emotions. And speaking from experience, there is only so long you can bottle that up before it explodes. Whether you're just crying all the time or just anxious, it manifests in different ways, even if you don't acknowledge it. Like, you could be having gut issues, you can constant headaches, you can be crying all the time, and you say you don't know why, but deep down you know why. I'm feeling it's not good. My heart breaks for you, I'll say that. It just feels, to me, it feels like this is a relationship you need to escape from. And the one thing I'll say is that for some of you, you've already thought about it. You've already planned it. Or you're trying to plan it. Because she is ready. She's waiting for her moment. She's waiting for when it's safe. Oh, that hurts. Oh, I really hope you're okay. And I feel like the whole thing broke down into this person started out being something wonderful and dissolved into something kind of awful. And right now you're probably trying to hide a little bit how you're feeling. People ask you how you're doing. Oh yeah, I'm fine, I'm okay. But deep down you don't even want to go home. You know? And I don't like that for you, I don't. There are a lot of resources to reach out to if that is the case. Local shelters, hopefully friends, hopefully you have someone who could take you in for as long as you need. But this is an energy I'm going to need to actually cleanse from myself, this one. Oh, I'm so sorry. Again, and this is kind of all three reads. They're not necessarily the nicest, happiest things you want to hear when you're asking for a love reading, but I think Spirit knows that I'm going to tell it how I read it. I really don't like to sugarcoat tarot. I don't like to sugarcoat things in general. Often that comes off as me being far more blunt than I anticipate, and I don't necessarily realize how my words affect people, but in this case, I hope it is an impactful way, if that makes sense. I hope it's something that changes your life for the better, changes your outlook for the better, maybe opens up intuition to a sense that, oh, that's what that is. Do you know what I mean? And I'm just going to say it's kind of fitting that this is the geode that I've chosen because it's not the clearest. You can see there are gems in there. There are bright spots, but it's also kind of cloudy. And there's just these almost wounds, I want to call them, right? I really wish this were a better message. But at the end of the day, this is what Spirit has chosen to share with me so that I can share it with you. And I deeply hope that if you're in this situation, that you're safe and you're okay and that you have everything you need to help keep you on your feet and keep you going and get you safe if you're not already. Oh, sorry, it's just a heartbreaking note to leave on, but if this helped you, and I hope it did, please don't be afraid to do what's best for you, okay? Do what you need. Even if you need to, in the moment, act one way and be another inside, just to keep you safe until you can get into a better situation. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there. Take care of yourselves. And I'll hopefully see you in the next video. Bye.